What are these mysterious symbols? Impossible mathematical equations? The sacred markings of a master magician? Some kind of ancient hieroglyphs from a secret race of super beings? No, they're age ratings, and they're basically there to tell you what kind of audience a movie or show might be appropriate for, in the eyes of the British Board of Film Classification anyway. In the UK, the BBFC has been slapping age ratings on movies for well over 100 years, and in all that time, these symbols have become iconic, even if they do look like cheap pirate knockoffs now. But back in the VHS era, these things used to fascinate me. Each rating almost had its own personality. First of all, you had U, the lowest rating, which meant that the tape was appropriate for everyone. It's green and colourful and kind of friendly. I mean, he's a nice guy, you know? PG was more like the big brother, warning you that this tape might be a bit scarier, so your parents should check it first. But come on, whoever did that? 12 and 15 were more like strict parents. These were the tapes you couldn't legally buy unless you could prove you were over that age. At the time, I actually thought just watching one of these tapes before you were old enough would send the VHS police straight to your front door. What a goof. And 18, the great-grandfather of age ratings, just flat out scared me. I mean, it's blood red, so seeing it always made me think of a gory horror movie or something. Like, I'm not watching that. But the funny thing is that despite these ratings being on both the cover and the tape itself, a lot of people just didn't pay attention to them. For example, my nan bought me a tape of South Park when I was 4 years old, just because it was a cartoon, and she completely ignored the 15 rating. Good one, Nan. So, to educate people on exactly what these ratings were all about, the BBFC partnered up with the Video Standards Council and began running warnings on the tapes themselves. It all started in the early 90s with Simon Bates, at the time a popular radio DJ, who somehow got roped into presenting these things in the endless void of green cloth. But he certainly looks the part, and you can picture him being a posh film expert who knows what he's talking about.
Whenever you rent or buy a video, you need to be sure that the film you choose is suitable for the audience at home. To help you, there are certificates given to films which tell you broadly what the film is like. This film has been classified U. This means, quite simply, universal.
I guess it might seem outdated now to have some guy sitting there explaining all this stuff, but I always felt it added a bit of character. His voice has that smooth, relaxing ASMR quality.
This film has been classified PG. That stands for parental guidance, which means the parents might want to check up on it before showing it to their younger children.
It's only when he starts talking about the rude stuff in movies that it becomes unintentionally hilarious.
It may also contain some very explicit language, which will frequently mean sexual swear words.
Good night, everybody.
Seriously, what's up with that? It's like the one phrase that came to define him in these early warnings.
Sexual swear words.
Sexual swear words. Sexual swear words.
Well, that's why we love him for it. He's a VHS hero.
Video certificates are there to give you the chance to make an informed choice. They allow you to have peace of mind and be entertained. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the film.
Weirdly, he never recorded a warning for the 12 rating because it actually didn't exist on VHS at the time, despite being used in the cinema since 1989. That ended up coming later, when they put out a new bunch of warnings in 1994, only now with this dull monotone voice instead.
An 18 film will certainly have an adult theme and may contain graphic scenes of sex or violence.
He sounds like a robot. I mean, what was wrong with Simon Bates? The scripts are virtually identical, so you could have just dubbed his audio over these instead.
There might also be some very explicit language, which will frequently mean sexual swear words.
And just look at that ancient 12 rating. Looks more like the old BBC Two logo.
12 films are suitable for older children. They may have stronger moments of violence or references to teenage experience, but nothing gratuitous.
In fact, the 12 rating was so new to VHS at the time, this warning only ended up appearing on 6 tapes, making it extremely rare.
Video certificates are there to give you the chance to make an informed choice. They allow you to have peace of mind and be entertained.
These warnings were so boring, they were quickly replaced in 1995 with maybe the most memorable ones for people who grew up during this time.
This film has been classified U. That means it can be seen by people of all ages, and there will be nothing unsuitable for children.
You almost couldn't pop in a tape without seeing one of these. They were more visually distinct, with a friendly female narrator this time around, but even she can't talk about the rude stuff with a straight face.
If it's romantic, it might have some sexy scenes, or very brief nudity.
I always found her voice pretty comforting, which just made it shocking for me when I discovered that the warnings for 12 and up were voiced by a man.
This film has been classified as 12. That means this film is unsuitable for anyone younger than 12.
It was like before they were treating you like a baby, but now you're hanging with the grown-ups.
A film with a 15 certificate may have a fairly adult theme, or may contain scenes of violence, sex or drugs, which are unsuitable for younger teenagers.
He almost sounds aggressive, like he's mad at you for watching a tape you shouldn't be.
This film has been classified as 18. That means this film is only suitable for people aged 18 or over.
Used to freak me out. These warnings were so common, I think I've seen them a billion times over the years. They even ended up making variations depending on the distributor, so Disney tapes had clips from Disney movies, and for some reason, Columbia TriStar tapes just had generic pictures.
It is an offence to supply a video classified 15 to anyone below that age.
Guess they were too lazy to find their own clips. As a kid, I saw these so much, I used to make up games in my head, like guessing what movie each clip was from. Like, ooh, there's Batman, there's Ace Ventura. And I'd always wonder why the countdown only goes down to 3 at the end. Shouldn't it go down to 1? It upsets my OCD. I just keep staring at it until it got too small to see. And the tagline at the end is simply iconic.
Thanks for listening.
More ASMR goodness. Though I have to be honest, the sound of that marker pen goes right through me. Well, that's really all there is to say about these things, but I guess you can't argue how effective they were. Each and every one of these warnings is burned into my head, and I can recite them from memory. So, if they wanted to educate us impressionable viewers about age ratings, well, it definitely worked, and video certificates were truly there to give us the chance to make the right choice. Thanks for listening.
Sexual swear words.